To another very special first edition of the Pokemon Podcast, where for the second year in a row we're going to talk about a banner ceremony in Minnesota, and for the second year in a row, well, yeah, you know what happened. This time the results worse because it's a regulation loss from an OT loss. I mean, yeah, well, you know. Yeah, so just like it was for last year, if you're watching on the YouTube, on the screen you'll be able to see us on one side and the banner on the other side. Okay, so yeah, here we are again. Here we are again. Another banner goes up, and I feel the two ceremonies were different as a contrast, not just emotionally, but also, I think, presentation-wise, because I just feel there was more effort put in last year than there was this year. Yeah, I mean, last year we had Tessa do it. Yeah, last year we actually had Tessa come and do the ceremony. It was more beautiful. It was more heartfelt. Yeah. Now, as we know, of course, Doctor's podcast were over in Vancouver for the first ever Battle expansion teams. Are we going to call it that for now? I don't know what we're going to call it, but we'll call it something, yeah. But, because, yeah, J.R. Heffer just doing that speech, it just didn't feel as impacting or as gut-wrenching as it was this time last year. The way she did it, kind of felt, yeah, World Cup champions, yeah, raise the banner. Yeah. And it just kind of went quick. Yeah. I mean, last year, you're right, you two. Last year's ceremony did feel a lot better. It felt more emotional and more impactful. And I feel this time around, but this year, it just didn't have that same feeling. We didn't really have that much archive footage used, did we? We didn't, did we? It's not like they went and relived some of the moments. But, I mean, they used that game recap that's already out there. Yeah, but that's about it. Yeah. It was like, oh, they've already done it once. Do we need to go emotional again? Well, yeah, you can't do, because every World Cup that you win is different each time. Yeah. No two World Cup championships are the same. Yeah. So, you kind of need to let this championship roster have its moment in the sun. Yeah. So, or frost in this case. I just felt there wasn't that much emotional to it, which might contribute to the fact that I wasn't as teary as we all knew I was going to be this time last year. Yeah, I know. And what stunned us was how you were more teary for the Vancouver pre-game festivities than you were in Albert. I know. As you guys know, my women's hockey journey began in Vancouver, and it's now come full circle by putting a pro women's team in Vancouver. Yeah, so I didn't get as teary-eyed as I expected to be. Yeah, because during our World Cup celebrations back this summer, you did put the bets on, saying, "I'm gonna bet Jordan's gonna get teary when it comes to the banner," and I was like, "Sod you! We've just successfully defended our cup. Can we at least have one moment before we start taking jibes?" Yeah, especially at each other. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, yeah. No, I think it's, yeah, I don't, yeah. And I think one of the big reasons I didn't get so teary is because the feed went straight in, ba-bomb, and did like the what you would normally do on a home player, where you would introduce the whole team to the whole. To the crowd, and we've had that with every team so far. So that's us, Golden Eyes, Fleet and Charge. So we'll see the other 40s get that done this week, particularly on Friday, when we of course will be at Club Legendary for the Torrance Hopler. Are all the Hoplers done by this week? Yeah. Got the Sirens Tuesday, so that's tomorrow. Yeah. And then Friday it's the Torrance, and then oh no, it's not Sirens tomorrow, is it? Sirens is Saturday. Oh god, I'm confused. No, it's the Sirens at Victoire tomorrow. That's why you're confused, because the Sirens are bold. Yeah, right, no. So, sorry, tomorrow it's the Victoire Hopler, but they'll be hosting the Sirens. Yep. The Sirens is Saturday. I think they're hosting Vancouver. I think it's Vancouver. I think Boston are in Toronto for Sex Hopler. Yeah. The only day this week that's not a Hopler is Wednesday, because it's Charge hosting the Golden Knights, and the Charge, of course, they have their Hopler against the Sirens. So yeah. So that's it. Sirens at Victoire for Montreal's Hopler this Wednesday. No, sorry, tomorrow. Tuesday, sorry, we're getting mixed up here. This is what happens when you up your coverage. Tuesday is the Victoires Hopler in Montreal against the Sirens. Wednesday, you've got the Golden Knights at Charge, but that's not a Hopler, because we already had a Charge Hopler this weekend. Yeah. Friday, it's the Torrance Hopler against us. And then Saturday, both the Sirens and the Scepters have their Hoplers. Both are UK-friendly times. We'll see how that goes with us. Yeah. But by the end of the week, all the Hoplers will have been done and dusted. It's interesting how we've had half the Hoplers this last week and the other half this week. Very interesting. Very interesting how they're doing that. We went straight to that. Because with that part, you're getting the crowd sort of fired up. You yourself kind of feel fired up, and adrenaline pumped, and ready goes. You're not then getting as teary as you would then expect to be for the banner to go up to the rafters. Yeah. Whereas last year, it just went straight into that. It was like, yeah, I think they must have already done like the player intro beforehand, and then the stream got started just as they're about to start the ceremony, and then, yeah, so that's why the emotions are more heightened and more amplified last year than it was this year, because, yeah, it didn't kind of feel, emotionally, it didn't feel right. No. It just didn't feel right. I mean, us three should be on the brink of tears here. I mean, I was weighing up on the inside, yeah, but on the outside I wasn't showing it, and I was like, whoa, what is going on here? I mean, especially us three, since May 26th, we've all been saying how, well, that cup easily could have been ours. Yeah. That easily could have been ours cup, because the Charge really pushed us to the limits in that World Cup final. They really did. They really pushed us to the limit. And you just feel, well, that easily could have been ours. Yeah. Probably wouldn't have changed things, but now, not what's going on, no, but that could have been ours. That easily could have been ours cup. Absolutely. And so we always go look and think, well, we're so lucky to have won that, because it was not easy. It really was not easy. Yes, and we're going to have some very exciting and, dare I say, entertaining rematches this year with the Charge. One of those, of course, being on the Takeover Tour, which is our last game before Christmas. Will be in Chicago for the first of the 2 games in Chicago on the Takeover Tour. Yes, that'll be thrilling. And of course, we've got the championship jerseys, which will rub it in. Now, you did during the game. You did. Or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Oh yes, it was. It was yesterday when we were out to see the disappointment that is wicked for good. And we're just gonna pause for all the haters to come at you, George. Sorry, I was disappointed. No, you were, and all three of us were. We kind of had like this little outing. Yeah, I think Kate chose to come along for extra moral support. Yeah, because I felt I needed backup. Yeah, and you just did not like it. I didn't like it either. No, Lady did not like the Wizard of Oz as being thrown to it. I did not need to see Dorothy's feet while Alpha and Glinda were pouring their hearts out to each other during the God! John and Chew! I know, the little bitch! You saw her, Nicole Wade saw her feet moving, like... You didn't see her though. Yeah, we saw her fucking feet! We saw her fucking feet, Pluto. Ruined the whole thing. Yeah. All I say is I was massively disappointed with Wicked for Good, and it's good. And also, as we walked into the cinema, they were playing the soundtrack, and you two created a very sick game, which I'm not going to go into. Yeah, but I thought they shouldn't be doing that, because one of the tracks we did here in the cinema foyer was the Wicked Witch of the East. I have done started a poll on Twitter. That should be allowed, so go and take out that poll. Yeah, so it was yesterday, Pearl, you talked about championship jerseys, and you wanted to say something about it, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, so I think the idea of the championship jerseys was a good idea, but poorly executed. Because really, the only difference is we've got a Walter Cup patch on. Yeah, yeah, really? Yeah, does this need to be propped up? Yeah, that's the only difference I can see is that it's just got the World Cup patch. That's all. Whereas if you change the colour template, then that would make a difference. Like how you've been saying, if we get third jerseys, it should be a lavender. Yup. No, that's what it should have been. Like you create this one of a kind lavender jersey, put the World Cup patch on, and you can say, look, that's our championship jerseys. And we could wheel those out every time we win the World Cup, but just update the patch that says how many we've won. Yeah. I'd be. Because we're playing in these until January. What's really the difference? And after January, will we notice it? Well, after January, we don't play again until March. Yeah, because obviously we will not. Yeah, because we come back from the Olympic break on the 1st of March. So really, it's just for the first half. Yeah. And of course, we have road championship as well. Because at the time of recording that episode, we did about championship. We only knew about the home ones, we didn't know about the road ones. So we've got home and road ones. So Chicago and Edmonton on the Taylor Tour will be seeing our championship jerseys. Yeah, not sure if that's going to boost the ticket sales or not. Yeah. So what do you mean? Not a good idea? I think it's a good idea. It was just poorly executed. If you're going to do a championship jersey, you've got to at least make it look different than what you currently got. Yeah. So, no point in me trying to scout for one. No, it's just this, but with a patch on. And I don't want to ever customise this. So, no. Because we did debate, didn't we, whether should or not. Yeah, that's I think. Yeah, no point. It's basically the same as that, but it's like, it's just got a patch on. Whereas if you do like a lavender jersey, put the patch on, fine. Would have been fine. No. So I just think, if other teams want to do that, for the future going forward, if other teams want to do that idea of a championship jersey, make it different to what you already have, make it unique, that you can wear, and just for home games. Yeah. I think it should be just for home games. I don't like the idea of going how we've got home and road championship jersey, when it's just our say with a patch on. I'd say, no, I don't know what's gonna, it should just be for home games. So, or just be for a one night thing. Yeah, like, where it just been like you raise the World Cup banner and that's it. Because it does feel a bit, now I think about it, I know, yeah, it's bird jerseys. It does feel a bit silly that we're going to have this patch on until January, and then after January we take it off. Yeah. And it's very unheard of for hockey teams to actually wear those patches for all during the season. Because normally, once you've had your bag up, that's it. You're not then supposed to think about that. You're supposed to then be locked on, focused on the current season. So, I don't think I've ever seen this before, where somebody's actually put a championship patch on to be played during select games. I've never seen that. Now, on the one hand, it's good because it makes our league more stands out more. But at the same time, you do think, well, what really was the point in that? I think it should have been create a one-off jersey. You wait. That's how you just wait for that night. You raise the banner, and then you go back to your current jerseys, and that's how it should be. I didn't have those thoughts until literally yesterday, because obviously we now had seen the championship jerseys. You did well make to the road ones we see on Friday. Nah, no point. Okay, no point. Right, no point. It's just gonna be. So I'm probably gonna do the exact same thing. Okay, right. So yeah, but I know you wanted to mention that because you brought it up yesterday in the run-up to seeing Wicked Disappointment. The reverse psychology happened. We feared it was going to happen because obviously last year George was so worked up about seeing part 1, and he came away from that loving it. And you did fear, well, maybe this time next year it'll be opposite with part 2. Or go in open arms and then come out really not liking it. And that's what's happened. That is what's happened. That is what's happened. And let's be very, very clear, it's still not changed my opinion on Glinda. So if anyone thought that was going to happen, you were barking up the wrong tree. What were you smoking? Can I say one thing about that? After her new song, you then said you're still a bitch. And who turned around and started having a barmy at you? You did. Yeah, but... Well, sorry, who's the one that goes and tells Madame Marble to drop a house on Nessa's head in the first place? They'll have no fear like a woman scored. Doesn't give you the right to then go and say you should murder people. So, I'm sorry, Glinda's not all as good as she claims to be. No! And she's not magical either way, so she's a lying fraud! She's a lying fraud. She's a lying fraud. Okay, then how did she get on Dorothy in the first place then? It wasn't her. Wasn't her, because obviously that still set the Wicked timelines. It ain't, because it wasn't Glinda. Wasn't her. Someone fucking did it. It wasn't Glinda. She's got no powers. Yeah, and or even in these championship jerseys, it's just basically what we've already got, just with a patch on. Yeah, it's a. I mean, a championship jersey does sound like a good idea, but the execution's got to be right. It just wasn't, because it's literally all we've got right now, but with a patch put on. Yeah. Do you reckon when the boys and girls switched on this show, they thought we'd be slagging off both Wicked for Good and our championship banner? No. Well, it just didn't have that same feels. Yeah. I don't know what went wrong. Yeah, but it just didn't have that same feels that we all had this last year. We were all well. I was literally gone the moment was in tears the moment the stream went on. You two then choked up when the bar was going up. It just... I mean, I was weighing up as the bar was going up, but it didn't actually... on the inside, but it didn't actually then display on the outside. Yeah. Which was like, whoa, that's like a massive contrast compared to where we were this time last year. And it's like, whoa, what? Yeah. No. And also, you slagged off our last year's banner. Oh, you did? Yes, in that same conversation yesterday. Or was it on Friday? No, I think it was during. No, it was after we raised our banner on Friday. I said I preferred that to last year's. Yeah, I prefer our banner this year. I feel last year's banner, it just looks too big, it's too bulky, and I know they made it, obviously to reflect the fact, obviously, that year we did not have a name. But you could have made it still look a bit pretty and a bit nice, because that's going off on the rafters for all time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those banners are never coming down Grand Casino Arena. So, you got. No, I just think. Well, when we get to go one day, yes, and see them in real life, maybe we'll feel a bit different. Because obviously, it's very different from seeing something on the telly to it being in real life. Okay, so whenever we get So whenever we do one day get to go to Minnesota, I am fairly sure we'll look at those bars and think, yeah, they look absolutely nice in full person, probably a lot better than they do on the telly. Yeah, but I just felt larges, it was too bulky, it was too that's what that had. Whereas this is felt more beautiful, but nicer. So yeah, and I just love. We could finish off by talking about the banner if we wanted, because I don't think we're going to have any nice more things to say about the actual ceremony. Yeah. And I think that's on the league's part, not us. Because Fair Hefford, she basically was like, yeah, another banner. Did it again, I you know, sir. What do you say, should we raise it? Do you want to do a countdown? Yeah, it's like, come on! Do you think secretly the league officials were wishing that somebody else won it? What, just to spread it around? Yeah. Well, they might think that, but hey, this is what happens in sports. It is possible for somebody to win something more than once, yeah, in consecutive years, yeah. So, you know, I mean, I know you create the expansion process to be the way it was to ensure those two teams to be competitive, but you can't then blame have a go at the player if you feel that a back-to-back champion is not good for the league. Yeah, that's on you. Yeah, okay. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But you're right, Eddie. It did kind of feel like it happened. Was like, well, does she really want to be there? Is she actually It's like she's not showing us enthusiasm as she should be doing. Yeah. As we're about to hoist the banner of last year's World Cup champions. Yeah. And that sort of hacked me off. Because it's not every year we're going to have this moment. No. We know that. No. We know that. Yeah. That's it. Exactly. We know that. George Pell's it's in the 90s this year about possibly being dethroned. Well, yeah, because of that's because of the expansion process. Yeah. I mean, you look. Okay, yeah. Well, based after their first game, I'm not sure about Seattle. Oh. Well, I don't know how I feel about Seattle after Steve Rooks appears on Doctor Jones. He wasn't giving me any... No. Boston's new head coach has turned our heads. He's now got on our good side, but Seattle's just like, no, what are you doing? I don't think he's going to last long. Would not surprise me. I would not. He's not going to last long. He's going to ruffle feathers the wrong way, and the players will turn him. I can just see it happening. Yeah. But yeah, this battle it kind of felt flat, and I don't think that's our fault. I think that's the league's fault. Yeah. I think that's the league's fault. Yeah. I just think that's the league's fault. Yeah. No. So, this bar looks absolutely beautiful. Look how purple it is. I know, right? I mean, yeah, we play in purple, but just look at that. Because I thought with the Stanley Cup banners these days, none of them really have the team's colours. No. They make the Stanley Cup a big deal. Yeah. But it just kind of feels bland. It's just, yeah. All of my bars at the tank, they're all in our team's colour scheme. Yeah. And they've all had the same template, which is good, despite the fact we've obviously had two different logos over the years. Yeah. They've all been the same template. Yeah. So it has that consistency. And I hope that will be the same template we have when we do basically win the Stanley Cup one day. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Like, the Stanley Cup bars these past few years, they've gone too bold, they've gone too loud. Whereas you don't need that. You just need something simple, something nice, and this kind of has the less is more factor, which I think works really well. And yeah, the purple really stands out. We've got our logo there, which looks nice. Yeah. Did it say 24, 20 or just 25? I think it just says 25. Like last year, I think like last year's was its There you go. Yeah, it just says 25. I like that. I'm not a fan of the teas when it comes to the championship having the season on. I'd rather have the year you want it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I when it comes to championship banners, just put the year you want it. I know it's in the 24-25 season, but we would it in 2025. Therefore, it needs to be 2025. And it's consistent with last year's bad, because last year's bad just said 2024, despite the fact it technically was the 23-24 season. It's just we didn't get going to the 24 portion of that season this time last year. Exactly. Well, that's not the year before this time. But, yeah, we know what you mean. The first season, which was 23-24. Yeah. Which technically is now actually 2 seasons ago. Yeah. Yeah. So I think for all teams going forward, you need to just put the year. Don't put the season on. Put the year. Yeah. Just put the year on, and that's fine. We don't need to see the season. Just put the year you want it on. So if you wear it, so whoever wins it 2026, just put 2026 for your banner this time next year. But I love that more than last year's. So I'd love to have that on the wall. Really? More than last year's? Yeah. No, we'd have to have the mud Pluto. Right, just being last year's is too bulky. I prefer this year's. This year's now looks more like a proper World Championship banner than last year's did. Because look, it's even got the World Cup logo there. So it has. Last year's didn't have that. Who would have thought we'd be comparing banners? It's not. I mean, it's just. Do you think they made more effort last year? Because last year was the first ever World Cup. Yeah, but like George said, every World Cup special. No, I said every World Cup's different. Yeah, but it's also special. Yeah, but I said every World Cup was different. It's really. I think it's really beautiful. I love it. I love it, and that's our banner, and that's why I love most about it's our banner. It gets up with rafters. We get to say that's our banner. We get to see we were part of that team that season. And that's what makes it really special knowing that you've been part of that run as a fan. Where you can say, "Oh yeah, I was there for that season where this happened, I remember that, and all that, yeah." Yeah. And of course, we will be going further in depth on the World Cup run in Dreamland. Because obviously this time last year we didn't know we were definitely going to be doing Dreamland. Because we didn't think about till the Rivalry Series break that happened in February. Yeah. Yeah. So we will be going more in depth about the World Cup run for 2025 on the second season of Dreamland, which will be coming out on the 26th of May 2026. The idea, of course, is each year that we release each season on the anniversary of that World Cup being handed out. So for us, we won the 2025 World Cup on the 26th of May 2025. Therefore, season 2 will drop on the 26th of May 2026. That's how it's going to work for each season. And I am going to be looking at either purchasing the other team's jerseys or design t-shirts for other team's jerseys to wear for. Yeah, well, you've been saying for a year now. You said I could consider buying the other team's jerseys, and now you're thinking, oh, do you really want to do it? Yeah, do it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. I think it might be the last. It would just be I could design some t-shirts or a before and then have them. Yeah. It's like, yeah. So the t-shirt really might be better because what if it's the Golden Eyes or the Torrent? Exactly. Yeah. I've got an idea using the word marks. Yeah. So it might be that. Yeah, it might be that. I'm just thinking, if we're going to do it properly, we're actually not going to cover it for every single team, every single World Cup, which includes the years we don't win. We've got that half the power, yeah, so somebody knows that it's definitely for that. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be looking to over the next couple of weeks. We'll get that sorted. Yeah, so Dreamland Season 2 will be available on the 26th of May 2026. It'll be like this year. It'll be like all 5 episodes will drop on the same day. We might do. What did we do this year? Did we just really? You release each episode once every 15 minutes, which I thought, oh, was that a bit too much? So the way we could do it next year is drop them all on the podcast feed. With the YouTube feed, do it like once an hour. Okay. That's how it would work there. Okay. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll look at that. Yeah. We'll look at that. Yeah. No. Yeah. So that week. Yeah. Something like that. We've got the scripts ready to go. It's just obviously we've got to find the time to record it, and of course since we're now back into full season. Well, we have got a week of December coming up. That's off. Do it that week. You've got Robert series. Yeah, but not on. That's not till early hours in the morning. Pluto. Yeah, Pluto. Yeah, Pluto. I could cover some now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right, do that with them. Yeah. Right, okay, so that'll be the week of the 8th December. Yeah. Right, so December, we'll go get Dream On recorded, and we'll get that done. Yeah, that'll be good. That's really exciting. Yeah, so all in all, we love the banner, we love it on the rafters. It's just we kind of feel this ceremony just felt a bit flat. Yeah, it just felt flat. And that's not the team's fault. Now, that is not our team's fault. It's the fault of the league. Okay, I get it. Having somebody win the World Cup 2 years in a row in the first 2 seasons of the league probably is not ideal. It's probably not ideal. You probably would have liked at least to have, say, somebody win it in year 1, somebody else win it in year 2, and then after that, they can maybe start looking at back-to-back champs. Yeah, but that's the way it goes. I'm afraid that is the way it goes, okay? So, don't hate the player, hate the game, okay? I mean, we, to go to this last year, we weren't too sure how we were going to do defending our crown. We didn't know. We didn't know, especially this was new territory for me. We didn't know. We did not know how it was going to go down. And there was a point where it looked like we might be not even had a chance to defend the crown. Exactly. Yeah, we had to win our last 2 games in regulation to stand a chance. Otherwise, things would have been different. And then, who knows, Chris Sparr might be taking over a team that made the playoffs last year. Yeah, because they were saying on the broadcast last night. Yeah. If this and this had happened, you know, would things different? Well, you never know. No. You never know. We never know. We never know. No. Let's not even go there. Let me go there. Yeah. Yeah. So I know, but it's not ideal. But that's the way it works. We won 2 cups in a row. What can we do? And if we win a 3rd one this year, what can we do? Yeah. You don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay. So I know the OT that it's to win theirs, and I want to be happy for you guys when you win yours too. But yeah, we just got to make most of our time as playing World Cup champions, just like we did last year, because it could easily go in a big eye. So yeah, but yeah, I just felt this bad so early. When compared to last year's, it just felt lackluster. Yeah, it just flat. Yeah, it felt flat. Dare I say, because all the intent was over Pacific Coliseum? I know. Well, that's where Test and Junior were. Yep. Might have been better to maybe have not had those 2 teams play after us. Maybe have somebody else, and then the 2 teams play the next night. Yeah, well. It was good for the league to do it like that, just not good for us to turn about bad salary because it just felt so flat. Jada Hepper felt like she needed a rocket shot up her arse. There's no enthusiasm! There's no energy! Come on, love! Come on! Who knows, it might be years ago before I'm a back-to-back champion. You never know! Yeah, come on! This is history in the making. Just, no, it felt flat. Yeah, it really did feel flat.